How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another mystery beer. Oh, mystery beers. My favorite kind of beers. Yes. For those that don't know, mystery beers are beers I have no idea what I'm drinking. They are not prepared by me. They're not purchased by me. They are given to me already pre-wrapped here to where I don't know what the hell's going on. And that is a beautiful thing. Because that means I can open a beer, drink it, and talk about it without knowing what it is and then reveal at the end. Either I'll be right, wrong, or somewhere in between. But I'm going to drink it, and you're going to watch, hopefully. First things first, this was given to me. I'll start kind of tearing through this Maker's Mark's level wax here. This beer, or this whole series that I'm doing right now, because I'm doing I think it was 11 beers. Series was given to me by Chris. Chris, awesome dude. I've known him for a while now. Good beer dude. He doesn't live too super far away from me. And, yeah. So, I'm kind of excited to dive into this one. This one, he's like, okay, he's like, gotta be careful the wax one because, you know, you might know what brewery it is once you pop that cap off. So I'm trying to be kind of semi-careful here. If I can. Okay. I got the little easy removal wax thing here. So I kind of dig that. I only saw that one other place. I saw that on Barreled Souls from Florida. So, oh yeah, bottle-wise just is a 5 on it. No paper. I have no idea what's in here. I don't know what style of beer is in there. So yeah, get this cap off. Don't look at that cap. Is it off? Yeah. No, it's not. Okay. God damn it. I'm not looking. Oh, okay. Put that over there. There you go. See? Do it all for you guys. So let's see what we have inside this sumbitch. Okay. I did not take a heartburn pill. I didn't take a heartburn pill. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to need one after this. Just on that pour itself, I'm assuming it's a sour. Came out big, rich red, kind of like, almost like Kool-Aid mixed with Cherokee red soda. It lends itself to the head that way, too. You get this kind of soft pink hue on it. Definitely berry vibes all around. About 3/4 of a pinky of kind of rocky head that's dissipating and not sticking around all that long. And man, she looks like a glass of wine, to be perfectly honest with you. She looks like not a super dark red, but a rich. I'm not a big wine guy, so I can't really talk about color in that way. Look at me. I'm not a big wine guy. I'm not a wine guy. Let's strip the I'm not a big wine guy. Take that big out of there. But yeah, she looks like a big, rich red kind of. Probably funky, could be tart, could be super sour, I don't know, kind of beer. It could be sweet, for all I know. Let's find out in the nose. It's definitely a sour. Definitely sour, definitely rich. I don't think it's aged. I don't think it's a blended sour. I'm getting a combination. I'm getting cherries. It could be a creek. I'm getting cherries. I'm getting raspberries. I'm getting rich red dark berries. But I'm also getting a sweetness in there. A pretty hefty sweetness, actually. So it could be kind of one of those. Actually, it could be probably like a sweetened kind of Americanized lambic kind of thing. Man, that fruit is really kind of. It's not candied. It's not real. It's like sweetened preservative. Not jammy, more like preservative. Kind of like jelly donut-like. Kind of the center of that. Kind of that jammy preservative thing. Somewhere north of like real jam. Kind of like confectionery jam. I couldn't tell you if there's a barrel involved. I'm assuming when you're dealing with kind of beers of this ilk, a barrel has usually been involved, but when I mean barrel, I mean like, I don't know if there's wine, I don't know if there's spirits involved outside of the barrel. It just smells like a sweet, fruited beer with sour components that can be super heartburn inducing or just be kind of very kind of sweet and Americanized. I'm just going to dive in, see what she's got. Cheers. It definitely has a bit of acidity to it, but nothing too crazy. There's enough sweetness in there to kind of balance off that acidity to where it wants to give me heartburn. but it's going to take a bunch of sips of this in order to do so. There's a big malt presence in there. So I think you're getting a helping of sweetness from the malt as you are also getting from like a fruit component. Starting to get a little heartburn there. ABV wise, beers like this I typically have, they're usually around 5-6%. I think this might be a little bit higher. This might be around like the 7 to 8% range. Getting a little bit of kind of like warmth in my face. But that just could be the acidity too, kind of playing with me. I like sour beers. I love sour beers, but I don't drink them nearly as much as I do other beers. So these are one of the harder ones for me to kind of pinpoint. Well, here's the thing though. I'm just gonna, you know what? Why do I hesitate on this shit? I should go balls on the wall. Bourbon. I think there's a barrel involved. I think there's a whiskey barrel involved. And there's some kind of spirit barrel involved. Why? There's just more sweetness than I really think there should be in here. But I don't think it's coming from the malt, and I don't think it's coming from the fruit. There's an added component of sweetness in there. I don't think it's like a Lindemann's kind of fake sweetness. I think it's coming from a barrel. I think there's a whiskey barrel involved, but I think there's enough acidity and tartness to kind of bounce off that boozy kind of sweetness to where it kind of cancels each other's out. That's why I'm not getting a ton of kind of like boozy alcohol vibes from it, but at the same time I'm getting that nice warmth from it, but at the same time I'm not getting super acidity from it because you have the added sweetness to it. So I'm gonna say it's a sour. Let's just go generic kind of American sour. I don't think this is not from overseas. It's from the United States. It's somebody's attempt at a creek in some kind of liquored barrel. Brandy barrel maybe. It could be a really hot wine barrel, but I highly doubt it because I'm getting not like a super vinous vibe off of it. I am getting a bunch of dryness, so it could be a white oak or an oak in a kind of rich red because I am getting dryness off of it. It could be a rich red combined with that oak kind of thing going on, but I kind of think it's a little bit more spirity, or it could be totally wrong. It could just be a base beer, but I think this warmth just makes me think that there is a barrel involved. So somebody's cherry or berry infused, kind of creaky-esque, kind of barrel-aged sour. I don't know if I can drink a ton of it. I think it would give me a bit of a tummy ache. Let's put it that way. I think there's too much sweetness involved. It's not a bad beer. I dig it. But, yeah. You know, it's not bad. I wouldn't even say I dig it. I said, it's good. It's a nice beer. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So, let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, it's a 2015. It's Double Mountain. Never heard of them. It's their Devil Cuvée Creek. So, it has some age on it. It is their 2015 Oak Barrel Aged Creek Belgian Sour Ale with Cherries. Carefully selected Creek from 2015 aged on Hood River Valley Bing Van cherries, was given an extra time in the French oak barrels and blended with a small portion of next year's Creek. 2 years in the making for this complex and lovely brew. Double Mountain Brewing Company, Hood River, Oregon. I'm reusable. So yeah, 9.5. So that's where the booziness came from. Okay, see, I didn't expect it to be up there. I thought it was up there taste-wise, but I'm like, okay, I'm getting these kind of creek vibes. I'm getting these boozy vibes. That's where I was getting that warmth from. But it definitely had that super creaky kind of vibes. The barrel came through. What else? I don't think I butchered that one too bad. To be perfectly honest with you. Yeah. I give myself a passing grade in that one. I would have known what the hell that was on a cap. So I kind of did that whole, like, yeah, just a little hop cone. I don't know if that's their logo or not. But yeah, no, actually it's a good beer. I shouldn't even sit here and say that it's, like, that bad. I'm just, that acidity thing, when I get that acidity thing, I know it's giving me heartburn. It's my knee-jerk reaction, especially knowing I didn't take any kind of heartburn medicine before, to be like, kind of take a step back from it. It's just, this shit could make me get into, like, a horrible place heartburn-wise. So, if I had the full regimen of heartburn preparedness inside of me, and I should have did that, because I looked at this and I saw the wax top and I'm like, this tiny little bottle, and I'm like, this could be a bourbon barrel aged beer, or this could be some fucking kind of super weird soury beer. But yeah, it's a tasty beer. I dig it. Cherries are crazy in it. I mean, that was probably the easiest portion of the show, was kind of just calling out the creakiness on it. But it's tasty. 2 years. Now, here's the thing. It says here, it's 2015, so they put 2 years Best By date on it. I think when I was like, okay, I thought it was fresh. It's not blended with, what is it? What do they say on it? A year old blended with... See, this is where I'm kind of confused. It says carefully selected Devil's Creek from 2015, aged in Hood River, Bing, and Avant cherries, was given extra time of new French oak barrels and blended with a small portion of next year's Creek. And it says 2015 Cuvée. I think, and there's 11, 21, 17 on here. I think this is bottled in 11, 21, 2017. They just put the 2017 Creek blend in there. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But, yeah, not too bad of a beer. I dig it. I think if someone is like a Creek freak, then they're probably way more into it. It definitely comes off boozy, but not in a bad way. Like I said, it gives you that kind of warmth. So it's kind of like making you a little bit kind of, hey, give you a little bit of smiles. But it's very cherry heavy. Like I said, it's not candied sweet, but it's definitely above natural cherry. You give that little bit of kind of confectionery, jammy, kind of preservative, donut-y vibe from that fruitiness. But it's not synthetic. It's real. The oak is nice, gives you a nice dryness to it, and there's enough acidity to kind of turn on the super sour people out there. Like I said, if I had my heartburn shit in check, I should have probably been a little bit more enthusiastic about the beer. But, you know me. I'm fragile. Like a flower. I'm drinking the whole thing. That's all you need to know. It just comes off a little bit boozy. And when these kind of sour kind of beers like this tend to get a little bit boozy, I get a little bit of nail polish vibes from that. I'm just saying that now, but... And that tends to acetone turn me off a little bit, but... I'm drawing on myself now. But, yeah, fun beer. I don't think I missed the mark too much, so I'm kind of... Let's put it this way. For as little... I can't remember the last Creek I had, and I drink them here and there throughout the year. For my limited exposure to them, not that I don't know what the beer's all about, but you need to drink a lot of beers and know a lot of beers. I think it did pretty well. There you go. Anyway, so there you go. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better American-born Creeks that I've had as of late. I'm actually going to kind of put it in there. I know it sounded like I kind of pooped on it a little bit, but I'm just going to put it in there because I think I'm just kind of giving it a hard time because of my heartburn. Value availability, no idea. Maybe Chris can chime in on that and just leave you with if you like what we like this. If you like a traditional Creek, but you want something a little bit more kind of Americanized, because that's what this is. From the sweetness to the octane, the whole nine, it just comes off a little bit more kind of in your face. So it is that kind of meld of the American versus the Belgian or whatever you want to call it. So it has those American sensibilities, but at the same time has those bits and pieces of the old world. So if you want a mixture of the two, something a little bit of chutzpah, there you go. This is your boy. So there you go. Another review in the books. If you liked it, didn't like it, somewhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers. All four of those places you can check me out. Beer Massive, MASSIF, is a podcast I do. I do it with a bunch of friends, actually. Ton of brewer interviews, over 100 already. How did I do that? They're old ones that I did in my old radio show. Go check that out. iTunes, Stitcher, all that fun stuff. Podcast Central. Plug. Beer Massive. Love it, like it, follow it, subscribe. 5 stars. Words. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Creaky McCreakerson right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.